Yes guys, and welcome back guys to a brand new video guys on my channel guys, and we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, Reading guys, in the FA Cup, 4th round guys, at home, at Old Trafford guys. And yes guys, it was a much needed win, a 3-1 win, a well-deserved win, Manchester United. We got there in the end, but it was a very good game, a competitive game in the end as well. Brilliant way, let's keep it going. Let's not get too complacent. I think we've got a good test coming up next in the next fixture, so we're gonna have to be switched on here now as well. Games are coming thick and fast. We have to be ready for them. The next one against West Ham, we have to be ready for that as well. But anyway, guys, let's get straight into today's video. So we made 4 changes from last game against Everton. Talking about the starting 11, so we started with De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof, Malacia, Casemiro, Eriksen, Anthony Fernandez, Rashford and Weghorst. Get into the overreaction now. Casemiro double helps Man United cruise past Reading. Yes, get in. Great game, what a result, what a win. A win is a win. We got the job done. We did what we had to do. A proper cup game, an entertaining game. It was a deserved win. Started on the front foot, controlled the game. We had a lot of possession. We created chances. Good pressure by United, Reading sitting deep, United dominated the game. It was defence versus attack. The final ball was letting us down, frustrating. Should have been winning the game. Rashford disallowed goal. Our finishing is shocking. Pressed Reading high up the pitch. Casemiro makes a run in from behind. Casemiro makes it 1-0. Reading give us in a game. United keeping the pressure on. Casemiro brace. We got between the lines. United forcing the issue. We were relentless and showed that ruthlessness. Reading are getting tired. Reading making mistakes. United are taking our chances. Fred scores for 3-0. We had a lot of flair. Zonal marking to its best. Shouldn't be conceding on a set piece. The game is opening up. Some fantastic individual performances. First half was shit. Second half was great. Overall, decent performance. Win done and through to round 5, which is now the last 16. Anyway guys, what did I make of the performance? Overall, I thought it was a fantastic performance by the players. I think it was a top professional performance by Manchester United. Obviously, for the large parts of it, I thought the first 70 minutes was brilliant, and obviously, for the last 20 minutes we were not so great. But we had to do we did what we had to do. In these sort of games, you can't afford to get complacent. You have to be switched on mentally, physically as well. Into games like this, obviously, Reading want to try and cause the cup upset as they always do, but it was all United for 70 minutes. And obviously we sort of invited them back into the game for the last sort of 20 minutes of the game. But no, I think obviously the first half was very frustrating overall. Second half was 10 times better. I think it was a few things in the first half what let us down, and I'll obviously get into that in a minute as well. But I think in the second half, we knew that we had to. The one thing that Erik ten Hag probably wanted to see from the players was, get a shot on target. And that's what we were struggling to do, because we were creating these chances, but they were not going on target. So we had to get shots on target, and then it was all about taking our chances then as well. So overall, we did what we had to do. It was defence versus attack. Obviously, Reading were just going to Old Trafford and trying to sit on the counter and sit deep, but I thought they defended really well in the first half and really frustrated United, which they did as well, which they probably wanted to try and do as well in the first half as well. So it was frustrating for us because it was a poor first half, and should I go into it, a bit of a shit first half. So it wasn't great in the first half by Manchester United. We needed to be 10 times better in the second half, and that's what we got. But we had to work hard in the end in the second half, and we had to really work for it, and we did, and we scored 3 great goals to top it off as well. Casemiro as well, just making that difference in the midfield yet again. He's a player that we have to rely on nowadays, and it's brilliant, it's fantastic. We controlled, dominated the game. In games like this against Reading, you have to be able to control, dominate these games, and we knew that we were going to have loads of possession in this game as well. So it was all about what we did. We had to stick to the principles, we had to stick to the game plan, and we had to execute the game plan, and I thought we executed that out really well. And obviously a well-deserved win for the players, and on to the next round against West Ham now, which I'm really looking forward to. So and that should be another game that we should win at Old Trafford as well. So looking forward to the next game now. But anyway guys, let's get straight into the game. So anyway, guys, let's get into the game. So you know what I thought? The first half kicks off. I think straight away United. We knew that United were gonna have loads of possession in this game, all around Reading. I thought we got on the front foot. I thought we created some good chances, but those chances we didn't really have many clear-cut chances. They were all bloody going off target, to be honest, and we just couldn't get a shot on target. And obviously, it was getting frustrating as the half was going on. And we just couldn't, I think it was that final ball, that final pass, we were just lacking that, just lacking that, but if you go back to that though, our finishing was shocking. We were all over the place and we just couldn't get a shot on target. And I don't think it was a mess. I just think it was the fact that United were just not good enough in that first half. I just think, we were not, there was things that let us down in that first half, and I think one of them was the final ball. We could have been better offensively as well. I think we were just, hoping something was going to happen. But the main thing is in this game was that we knew that we were going to have loads of possession, and it was all down to how we could, create these chances and take our chances. And in the first half, we couldn't take these chances. The half got and as the half was getting on, we were getting more frustrated, and we couldn't break them. Well, we couldn't break them down. They were playing a low block. They were just sitting deep and happy to do that. But they defended really well, which I have to, say to Reading, you were fantastic in that first half to keep us at bay and, not to concede a goal in the first half. So I think that would have been a positive first half for Reading. They were just looking to build on that in the second half, but because then. Obviously then, in the first half, they did well to keep us at bay. United got frustrated. It was a bit of a shit half for United. We were trying everything that we could do, but our finishing was poor. And, I think we were just, it was like, oh yeah, you had maybe a good few chances, but I think it was a bit of a mess though as well, because we were trying to find. Obviously, we had there was a great goal by Rashford, so it was like, oh yeah, let's get the ball in the middle here or here. But then if it was anywhere else, so you've got the edge of the box, and you're just thinking maybe, we were just too crowded, and we didn't need that. We could have just spread out and, be a little bit more expansive a bit as well. So I just think we were a little bit too disjointed and a bit too compact, and I don't think that was necessary in the first half. And that just obviously then they were just throwing the bodies on the line. They were blocking some really great shots. They defended well, Reading. They got to the half time, which they probably wanted to hear as well. Second half, it's just what you wanted from United. I think Erik ten Hag immediately would have ripped into those players and said, you've not had a shot on target, you've created some good opportunities and some good chances there, but you've not put any on target, you've not tested this goalkeeper. And I think that was the one thing that we had to do in that second half, was test this goalkeeper. And that Lumley in goal, he didn't have a great game anyway, got subbed off in the second half. Paulin's had enough of him. He conceded 3 poor goals that he shouldn't have conceded, and he got his marching orders in the end. So you know what? In the second half, Erik ten Hag got what he wanted. He wanted to see a reaction. We were more ruthless. We were more relentless. We sustained our attacks. We created better chances. But then we took our chances. We were clinical in front of goal. And when we got the first goal from Casemiro, we put them under pressure straight away. We pressed them high up the pitch, which we wanted to do. And then we got the first goal. Casemiro scored that one. Brilliant goal by Casemiro to get us starting. Then we sort of found that confidence and that momentum. Then Casemiro scores another great goal, a fantastic brace from Casemiro, the man that's running that midfield. And then I thought we were wearing them down. They were getting tired. They were making mistakes, Reading. And obviously then the game changer was when Eriksen went off, which killed it for United. And then we still kept going forward. We wanted to kill the game off for the third, and that's what we looked for as well. And then we got the third goal, great flick from Fred to make it 3-0. So it was a well-controlled, dominated, professional performance by Manchester United for 70 minutes of that game. But then we just let them back in the game. I think it was after when Andy Carroll got sent off. They just looked 10 times better. They looked better without him. And obviously then that was when they just showed a bit more, they put us under pressure in the last sort of 15, 20 minutes of the game. I thought defensively we were fantastic, but we could have been better though with the goal that we conceded. A poor goal to concede like that as well, so which was not good enough on our side. And then obviously they get the corner and then they score it, and obviously zonal marking to its best. You can't do that. Got to mark your players, just mark your players, and then that's easily avoidable as well. So yeah, not good enough on our half to concede a goal like that. Stupid sloppy goal to give away, and obviously that was a clean sheet gone. So yeah, overall I thought it was a top professional performance. We got what we needed, and comfortable win for United through to the next round, and let's keep it going. Overall, in the end, it was a fairly comfortable win for United for large parts of the game. We could have been better, but all in all, it's all about getting the win, and we got the job done. Yeah, exactly. I think in these sort of games, you don't want to get too complacent. You don't want to underestimate teams. You have to go in with the right mentality and the right mindset in these sort of games against Reading or Charlton or Burnley or whoever you're playing in the Championship or in League One. So you have to be mentally you have to be mentally ready as well for these sort of games. In these sort of games, teams want to go there to try cause a cup upset, so you have to be ready mentally, physically. And against Reading, the game was a good game. In the final sort of 20 minutes of the game, we had to really work hard and dig deep. We had to do that as well. I think in these sort of games, it's all about getting the win. We got the job done against a very good side in Reading. I think Paul Ince can be proud and walk away with some good positives there. It's not easy to come to Old Trafford and get a result. We're now making United, Old Trafford should I say, more of a fortress now. Teams are finding it difficult to get a result at Old Trafford now. I think the more we keep winning games at home, teams are going to find it difficult to get a win at Old Trafford. We were played at our best. We had to be our best. We were brilliant from start to finish. We got our reward. We won the game, got the win, through to the next round. Marcus Rashford did get the first goal, broke the record, but very sadly it was ruled out for him. So unfortunate for Rashford, to be honest, because to be honest, I don't think it was offside in the first place myself. I've looked back at it a couple of times as well. How on earth is that offside? I do not know. I think the Reading players playing on Weghorst there. I think Weghorst clear onside. Marcus would have broke a record as well, but I don't think he would have been happy to get substituted. At the same time, Ten Hag's going to have to keep this squad fresh, and we don't want players getting injured. We've already got 2 long-term injuries now to Christian Eriksen and Donny van der Beek. Would have been nice for Marcus Rashford to get his record. Sadly, it got ruled off, which I don't think it was an offside. I think it was clear that he was onside. Should have stood. These VAR rules are just changing every week in, week out, to be honest. You do want an explanation behind it. Why was that given offside? It's baffling. These things happen, but I thought at the end of the day, Marcus Rashford will get his goal and he will break the record eventually. Keep working hard, he'll get it at the end of the day. Who is my man of the match? I thought there were some players that had a good game in this one. I thought they played well. We had to really dig deep. I thought Dyer had a nice, comfortable game. I thought Wan-Bissaka did all right. Maguire and Lindelof, I thought they played well. Malacia did all right as well. I thought Casemiro had a blinder. I thought Eriksen had a good game, unfortunate to get injured as well. Anthony had a good game as well. I thought Fernandez had a good game as well. Got taken off when he needed to get taken off. Rashford as well. Thought he had a good game, and Weghorst could have done better himself. Would have led to the first goal for sure. Obviously it didn't happen. But overall, I think my man of the match has got to be Casemiro in this one. Ran the show in the midfield and also got a brace. Killed the tie off at the end of the day, and which won us the game as well. How do we beat West Ham in round 5? Now obviously we've got West Ham in our next fixture. You know what, coming into this game against West Ham, you look at sort of West Ham and say, might be a bit of a tough game. I think it will be, because West Ham love this fixture. They love coming to Old Trafford. You've seen it at the beginning of the season. The game was a really good game, a real tough, hard game at Old Trafford early in the season, and we only just edged it 1-0. So I think West Ham know that they know what was on the line here. It's the FA Cup. They want to go on a good one. They want to go on a good cup run as well. We want to go on a good cup run as well. Obviously, David Moyes will be motivated to beat Manchester United. So it's all about United. We've got to mentally get in the right headspace for this game. West Ham are a very good side. You don't want to underestimate them. You don't want to get too complacent. They're a very good side. You don't want to write these off. They're a good side on the day. But I think they will turn up to this fixture because they do like Manchester United, and David Moyes always fancies this fixture. So we have to perform well for a full 90 minutes. We have to play well for a full 90 minutes. We're going to have to work hard. We're going to have to turn up to this fixture. So I think we do expect some probably a few changes from Erik ten Hag in this game as well. But at the same time, you're going to have to try and keep the squad as fresh as possible. So, and I think they're going to try go all out for this game. They got a good win against Derby. We got a good win against Reading. So you have to take the step up now, and you have to go and beat West Ham. So to be the best, you have to beat the best teams. And I think, starting with West Ham as well, obviously where they are in the league right now, it's obviously not where they want to be, but I think United have just got to show that ruthlessness about us to go and beat West Ham. They're a good side on the day. We have to be mentally ready for this game as well. We have to be in the right mindset, and we have to be in the right sort of, we have to give them a good physical game, and we have to be in the right headspace for this game, and we've got to defend well from start to finish. It won't be easy, it will be tough, we'll be competitive. I don't think it'll be one of these games where we have loads of possession. I think it'll be a competitive game. I think it'll be tight and tactical. I think it'll be end-to-end. It could be a bit of an open game as well. So I think it's just down to how well we can defend in this game, and we have to be ready for this game. So I think United can definitely, I think the quality will show in this game, and I think United should probably just come away with a win here. And for West Ham to get a result, it's going to have to take something big as well. So, and United coming to Old Trafford is not going to be easy for West Ham now. So we just have to stick to our game, stick to our principles, follow the game plan, and I'm sure we'll beat West Ham. They're a very good side, West Ham. You don't want to write them off. So we have to be on top of our game from start to finish. And but what do we know about this West Ham side? They look rejuvenated a little bit, but they're still very inconsistent with the results. The defence is still vulnerable, but they're not scoring many goals recently as well. I think they've only scored about 3 goals in the last 5 games as well in the Premier League. But I think they're still low on confidence. They're still trying to get that confidence back. Moyes still uses different formations. Sometimes most of the time now he uses a 4-3-3, but because they concede too many goals, he has to go far at the back. So he can't really rely on his defence that much now. So yeah, but the 16th in the Premier League as well. But sometimes they're lacking creativity, and I just think because with the 1 in the middle, it makes it a lot harder, because they used to go with a 2 as well. So it's making it a lot more harder. So depending what shape he goes in, I think if they're playing with a 5 at the back, United will love to attack that for sure, because they're just going to sit deep and get us on the counter. If they play with a 4-3-3, they're going to lack in creativity anyway. And then if they go with a 4-2-3-1, which he hasn't been going with recently, I think, I don't think they'll be used to that, because they've not played to that formation in a long time. So, yeah, and I think it's obviously going to be their FA Cup final in this game as well. They'll give it everything that they've got. They'll want to cause an upset. They'll be organised. They'll be well drilled. They'll keep it tight and compact. They'll try defensively be strong, play with a low block, get us on the counter-attack and make the right decisions going forward as well. But we've got to defend properly, defensively be organised. Got to keep it tight and compact, defensively frustrate them. Need to be ruthless, relentless, aggressive, high intensity, high tempo. Play with energy, create the chances, take your chances. We need to be clinical, get the crosses into the box, drive them out of position. Set pieces could come into play. Need to play with width, get in between the lines, close them down, don't let them back in the game. Don't leave any spaces open. They will show incredible team spirit, character and fight. We have to do the basics right. Game management and decision making will be key. We've got to get tight. Don't let them get a shot up, sustain attacks. Do the basics, win your 50-50s, win your second balls, win your duels, win your 1v1s. Put them on the back foot, keep possession. Fullbacks have got to be effective. Force them to make mistakes, put them under pressure. Don't let their wingers back inside. Don't afford to make mistakes. Make runs in from behind. Don't get pulled out of position. Be explosive and keep Antonio and Scamacca quiet, depending who starts. Into the goals now. First goal, Lindelof passed the ball to Eriksen. Eriksen does a great switch to Anthony. Anthony puts a lovely through ball to Casemiro. Casemiro chips it for 1-0. Second goal, Bruno takes the free kick. Reading clear it. Anthony regains possession. Anthony passes the ball to Bruno. Bruno passes the ball to Fred. Fred sets up Casemiro, and Casemiro bends one in the far corner for 2-0. Fantastic goal. Third goal, Anthony takes a short corner to Bruno. Bruno gives it quickly to Fred. Fred flicks it behind him and scores for 3-0. Getting to the stats now, possession for Man United, it was 78%, for Reading it was 22%. Goals for Man United, it was 3, and for Reading it was 1. Total shots for Man United, it was 25, and for Reading it was 4. Shots on target for Man United, it was 6, and for Reading it was 2. Total passes for Man United, it was 638 passes, and for Reading it was 180 passes. Pass accuracy for Man United, it was 88%, and for Reading it was 60%. Getting to the substitutions now, Ericsson went off a thread, talk about Christian's performance. Denied a certain goal by McIntyre's block on a frustrating evening that he struggled to breach Reading, come off early in the second half with an injury. Rashford went off for Garnacho, talking about Marcus's performance. Thought he had put United 1 up, but Wout Weghorst had strayed offside, missed out on scoring in 10 home games running as he was rested in the 68th minute. Fernandes went off a Pelestri, talking about Bruno's performance. And not his sloppy performance and his decision making in the final third was often dreadful. Still crossed for Fred to score. Weghorst went off for Elanga, talking about Wout's performance. Strayed offside when Casemiro's deflected pass looped into his orbit for his assist for Rashford. Casemiro went off a Mainu, talking about Casemiro's performance. Positive with his passing and had a decent shout for a penalty ignored, but charged forward to make it 1-0 and soon curled in a second. Next up we've got West Ham. This is going to be a game where we have to go in with the right mindset and the right mentality. We don't want to get too complacent here. West Ham are a very good side. They're going to be motivated to beat us. United have got to go in with the right mindset, the right mentality. We've beaten West Ham once, just narrowly as well. I do see it happening yet again. I do expect a competitive end-to-end game. I think it will be an open game. I think both teams will have loads of chances as well. But the one thing about West Ham, though, it depends on how much they want this. I think this depends on how much, who wants it more. It'll be all down to, we've got to turn up to this game. We have to play with courage, intent, conviction, purpose as well. But in a game like this against West Ham, we have to be able to get that first goal as early as we can. I think if we can get that first goal in the first opening 15-20 minutes of the game, player with energy, high intensity, high tempo, player with intent, get between the lines. It's all about going to be taking your chances as well. They're going to try and keep it tight and compact. They'll try defensively frustrate us as well. It sort of depends on what formation they go with. I think if they go with a back five, I think that's just going to lead on pressure, and I think that's where they're just going to be sitting deep and hitting us on the counter. So that's written all over for United to go and expose that low block, because that's what they're going to be doing. They're just going to try and play with a low block and hits on the counter, wait for a mistake, or when they get forward, they're going to try to be smart, take a risk or two. They'll try to be brave, create the chances when they can as well. So we have to stay alert at all times, stay focused, stay concentrated as well. I think if we go with a 5 at the back, it'll be their own fault for going with that. But I think if they play with a 4 at the back, with 1 in the midfield, I think they're going to struggle for creativity. I think it's going to have to go down to what Moyes can really rely on in his team. And I think it just depends on what sort of West Ham side turn up to this as well. But I think we have to really turn up to this fixture. We're going to have to really give it everything that we've got. This means a lot, this FA Cup. We don't want to be crashing out in this FA Cup in the round 5 against West Ham. Obviously, they're going to cause the upset as well. They want to try and cause the upset as well. So we have to be mentally ready for this game. Mentally, physically, have to prepare well for this game as well. It won't be easy, it'll be tough, but I think United will have that quality and just that edge to beat West Ham here as well. West Ham are struggling. I think if we play them at the right time, I think we should have the quality on our side to beat this West Ham side, and I think we'll have the belief there to go and win this game. I think they'll be there for the taking as well, West Ham, so we just have to be ruthless, be relentless, sustain your attacks, play with high intensity, high tempo, and go and hurt them. You've got to work hard for it as well. I think if we work hard, play well for a full 90 minutes, it's what we've got to do. We've got to definitely perform well for a full 90 minutes, and we have to as well. We have to be on top of our game from start to finish. Let's go to battle with them. I'm looking forward to this game, but obviously United have got some fixtures in the way before this game. We've got to play Palace, Leeds, Barcelona, Leicester, Barcelona, Newcastle in the Carabao Cup final, and obviously West Ham have only got 4 games to play, and that's Newcastle, Chelsea, Tottenham and Nottingham Forest. But West Ham are scoring 1.5 goals per game, and West Ham are conceding 0 goals per game. West Ham are 16th in the Premier League. The players to look out for is Areola, Johnson, Cresswell, Zuma, Soufal, Ogbonna, Keira, Aguard, Emerson, Fornals, Lanzini, Paqueta, Downs, Souček, Rice, Scamacca, Antonio, Cornet, Bowen and Benrahma. If you guys enjoyed another video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in a video in the next couple of days. And peace.